Digital learning is how we live today, in school, outside of school, no matter what your age is. BrightBytes helps our district to get a pulse on where our educators and learners are and how they think about the process of learning, how we engage in performance tasks, and how we assess growth and identify needed supports. Here's just a glimpse of some of the ways BrightBytes is helping us to measure. Our learning team is committed to helping all of us grow in our practices, and BrightBytes is the first step.
When it comes to getting formative feedback, students can get feedback from more than just the teacher. Teacher feedback is awesome. It's very valuable. We know that, and our teachers put a lot of time into giving descriptive feedback to our students. But what I would like to challenge educators to think about is how are we really leveraging peer feedback? How are we leveraging feedback for organizations and professionals? How are we connecting students to career readiness? If you think about it, using digital practices opens up the world of opportunities for how our students engage in learning, get feedback, revise and revisit, and build on their knowledge and ideas. For us, we want to extend the ways in which learners are able to get feedback and grow. And for us, digital practices is one way to do that.
Getting feedback online from, let's just say, students in their class, you might hear voices that you wouldn't have heard face-to-face. When that circle gets bigger, that it can include more people like professionals. Structure to change or make their work better.
Truly collaborative relationship is where students feel comfortable enough to take the risk, to be honest, to state however they feel they could add to that conversation or that dialogue without fear of, possibly being ridiculed or rejected, that it's truly a learning environment and they're learning from each other.
I think that the value of students receiving feedback and then also integrating digital tools to get that feedback and look at it is that they can learn from each other in a unique way. If it's just the teacher giving them feedback, they expect that. It's nothing new and different for them to look into and to really internalize and think about how somebody else is seeing what they're doing. But when they start to interact with other students, whether it's their grade level or a different school even, or somewhere around the city, country, or world, you name it, they start to see things through a different lens. They start to get other people's ideas and formulate how are they coming across and how can they work together to maybe find answers. That's where you get a lot of good inquiry and working together for answers and to improve their learning overall.
Well, as educators, we know that students don't learn in one way and they should not have to show what they know in one way. And so digital practices allows that option for students who might not want to write the pencil to paper answer, that they can use their creativity to do an iMovie or to do a photo story, create something on the iPad using another app that might be beneficial to them that they can use. And that, to me, is where we're going in the future. This is their world, this is their life, and they are going to have to know how to do this for their future education.